watching the planets, the president himself.
There was a person he was sitting with at the table that was alive.
What the problem is. So, if I got a problem,
He was like, yeah, like I thought. He said something. It's like cousins he didn't know he had. And this one lady he had seen.
And that reminds me, Captain Charlie Powell's ex-wife. Captain Powell's got a problem with her. That's a family matter there, so that don't count. She doesn't go around destroy the earth or destroy the world. You know, it's a marriage dispute, you know, it's a marriage scuffle. But like I said, it's gonna take a long time to. So I'll probably be in the 24th century there for a couple of weeks.
There are people around the building that they witnessed this Alantra. I heard people call him Alantra, warrior of the seven sons, who's a man of the seven sons.
So Alantra, I've heard people call him Alantra. I don't know if warrior of the seven.
Space vampires. Declare war on space vampires. Like I said, we are going to have. Right now we are doing the investigation, and Captain Powers is going to have his hands full. And looks like Captain Powers' retirement's finished and done with. So what's going to happen? I got my sheriff up there doing census sweeps. Do a census sweep down on the planet and see could they track down the space vampires. And then I communicate with my friends, the space dragons, and they have decided to help me to fight the space. Oh, we got somebody coming in. Sensors on them if we could pick up these space vampires. These space vampires is a very serious thing. They bite you, and as soon as they bite you, then you turn into one. And then you bite another one, and you another one. Then you bite thousands of them, and you got 1,000 space vampires everywhere. I don't know what happened to these 3 other people what disappeared from the hospital. But they wandered off and never seen them since. So probably they turned into space vampires. So we right now we are doing the investigation, and Captain Powers is going to have his hands full. And looks like Captain Powers' retirement's finished and done with. So what's going to happen? I got my sheriff up there doing census sweeps. Do a census sweep down on the planet and see could they track down the space. Vampires kidnapped a free individual. So we had to make up a story. So the story says that they disappeared, they wandered off, and they don't know where they are. They said they could be home, or they could be at their place. I don't know exactly what they are. I don't know exactly they wandered off.
Is it true the council is thinking of freeing Curly, since Curly has lots of experience in hunting space vampires as a bounty hunter, to deal with the problem?
Exactly. I'm going back to the Galactic Council and tell him that for what he did, he could if he want to help me he got two choices: either help me fight the space vampires, or ended up in the colony. Like a colony, he could end up there. So he got two choices. If the Galactic Council said he has to help me, he has to. Because you're right, Curly does have the experiences and the training to defeat these creatures. Because if we do not stop them, I'm going to reproach the Galactic Council. I'm going to reproach them and tell them we got to stop these space vampires. Because I already told them what the three people disappeared. So I got 4 ships. They sent 4 of their ships, 2 alien ships, Galactic Alliance ships, and they're searching on the bottom of this cannon down here and see if he could try to trace them. But there is space dragons around here, because I saw one tonight, and it's kind of buoyed me because they know my reputation is Captain Charlie Powers, and I wasn't going to deal with him because I was by myself, and I was going to exactly call up to the ship and send security down, but they walked away and they walked off, so I guess nothing did happen there. But we are now as an active. We are now. The Galactic Council is worried about the space dragons might start a war. If a war starts, then Captain Charlie Powers and an alliance will be fighting against space vampires and try to save Earth. And then that's when Curly comes in, and I'm gonna try to get a deal with the Galactic Council. It's not gonna be easy getting a deal with these guys. These guys are strong-headed, but I will have a talk to him and see if we could release him if he goes by the conditions that help me to fight the space vampire. At least we got a cooperation from Space Dragons. Space Dragons, we set up a cooperation with the leader, and they're going to help us too. And we got 16 other planets, ships, already in position. Captain Powell has his authority now. So, I mean, ended up with 30. Now, see, that's another instinct human being. You just seen him up there. If she doesn't like what she's doing, she's going to bump into the space vampires to get her too. And she is in danger. So what I do, and I guess I will contact the ship and tell to put a sensor trace on her. She might be the one to be able to drag this might bring the space dragons out. And then that's the time that my fleet will, but the space vampires has a ships. They got ships too. They call Space Vampires Planet. And it's about 250.